Hello, welcome back to Platinum Professional Training again, where we help you get job ready within the accounting industry. Today, we are going to be talking about my favorite topic, which is how to effectively prepare for your interview without sounding like a robot. Have you ever encountered a scenario where your recruiters or your hiring managers just bombard you with questions that you never expected? That also happened to me quite a few times. And it makes you feel very nervous and not confident in yourself anymore when you encounter questions that you didn't properly prepare for. So you may really be wondering for today's video is, how do I prepare for those scenarios when I don't know how it's going to come and I don't exactly know how to be proactive towards it? When it comes to helping my clients land accounting jobs at top tier firms, it is very important that they do not waffle on or become too spontaneous, but at the same time, they are not robotic. So where do you find that right balance where you come off as being confident but not too arrogant? How do you even do that? So let's explore tip number 1. Practice a few ways of introducing yourself. Now, even I fall victim to this question. When it comes to the interviewer literally putting you on the spot and saying, okay, please introduce yourself, you're there kind of wondering, do I tell the interviewers about my past experience at an accounting firm? Or do I tell them about my hobbies and my interests? Like, how do I actually answer that question? One of the tips that I give to my PPT students is to make sure that your answer is not way too formal in the beginning. Meaning that you tell your recruiters about the company you used to work for, which is relevant to the job description. And then once you state the things that are relevant, you can add things on top like voluntary programs you've been a part of and also your hobbies towards sports or arts, just to make you more versatile. Having multiple versions of yourself is quite important. You want to show that you have done research for the company, but at the same time, you are not just about working. You also have outside interest and passion, and you're always learning about new skills. That is something that is much more attractive to your hiring managers. Number 2, make sure that you don't memorize a scripted answer. I always tell my clients this, that the moment you start to memorize the answer, that is the minute where you will actually turn off the person you are talking with. Just imagine if you go on a coffee chat and every single answer that you give to that person having a casual coffee catch up with you is scripted. How awkward and how uncomfortable would that coffee catch-up feel? So then you may say to me, but I'm scared that I'm going to make a mistake if I don't memorize my script and make sure that my answers are perfect. Well, you know what? Trying to be too perfect is the best way to sabotage your chance of creating a memorable experience for the person interviewing you. When it comes to going to your job interview, you always want to be holding that person's hand and taking them on an unforgettable experience with you, because you are coming in as the value provider, not somebody who is, too nervous and too scared of not being liked. So how do I actually memorize what I did prepare without sounding scripted? And my answer to a lot of clients that I've taught is to prepare stories about times where you've really gone through some struggles and also overcame those struggles. And you tell your interviewers how these skills and experiences shape you to become the best version of yourself for this role. So for example, if you had conflicts in your uni projects while you were in a team of 4 and you have to deal with deadline pressures, or you have to understand how to delegate tasks and be a team leader, then sharing your story about a time where you were able to overcome those hurdles is really, really valuable for the interviewers to hear, because it shows your ability to solve problems in a human environment. And at the end of the day, when it comes to working inside the company, you have to work with people. You either have to work with the internal stakeholders or the external stakeholders. Even in the most technical roles, you will have to somehow communicate to people to get the work done. So make sure that you prepare stories where you know very well in your heart, stories that you can tell to your friends in a very casual way, and remember to link how all of these experiences that shape you and made you grow could help the company add more value. Step number 3, also make sure that you prepare your notes on your job history in the key areas that you are likely to discuss. For example, if you were a PPT intern, and you really got to nail down those MYOB skills or zero skills, then this is something that is valuable to your hiring managers when it comes to applying for an accounting job. And you want to be sharing the mini successes from learning these technical skills. Things like saving 5% variance cost, doing your month-end duties, and all these, cost center analysis very effectively. These kind of mini successes show your hiring managers that you are really competent in the actual role that requires the technical skills. Now, this is something that if you really did achieve success in, it's very important to highlight. People want results and outcomes. They do not care that much about the process. So if you have made your managers happy, you have made the client really happy with the customer experience in your previous job, make sure you really emphasize on that so that your hiring managers could see a picture of you really bringing in results for the job that they are opening for you. Number 4, try to figure out what truly differentiates you. Honestly, everyone has unique abilities to bring something of value to the table. If you say that there's nothing that much different from me and other accountants, then you really have minimized your chance of getting yourself that win. Finding out what differentiates you is not always about, how am I super different? But it's more about what are the qualities within me that people around me have really appreciated. For example, you might have the initiatives to do work that is not required from you because you have that, team sport. Or you really like to support your team members by empathizing with them. Or you may also really like to develop a long-term relationship with the clients and keep in touch with them even after work hours. These kind of little initiatives that you take is actually what makes you different. You don't have to be the most talented, but you do want to show that, you are willing to put in the effort to be better and better, and that is what makes you different. Number 5, this is something that I emphasize to my clients. You must prepare questions to ask. Going to a job interview is kind of like playing table tennis. It has to be a two-way communication. You cannot just be on the receiving end and constantly answering questions. Otherwise, the whole interview is just about you. And that makes your hiring managers actually feel like, so how is this inspiring? How is this inspiring when all you're really doing is ticking the criteria? Remember, you want to over-deliver the results. So why not prepare some questions and get your hiring managers to talk as well? When you allow the person you are chatting with to speak about themselves, speak about their aspirations, and tell you about the expectations that they have from you, then it becomes a two-way communication. Now you are building real rapport, and you're also actually sharing great experiences to your hiring managers when you take the initiatives to get to know about what they also want when they are working inside that role. When you are coming in, you are pretty much the person that's going to help your team leader or the person interviewing you become a better version of themselves when they work inside that role. So why not take the time to really ask them, how can I bring more value to you when you accept me? What do you expect from me? What trainings can you provide for me so that I can better my skills to give you the best results? This is something that would really bring true value to your interview. So make sure you prepare a list of questions, not just about the company, but also about what is expected from you and also what kind of working style that manager likes. Understanding people's working styles, understanding people's personality is just as effective as understanding what the company's vision is. And lastly, remember to build rapport. So it's pretty much a summary of all the things I already explained. Building rapport means that you are focused on giving value. You are focused on becoming almost like a consultant. If you see yourself as already having the job and just coming in to provide a great experience, you actually shift the dynamic and you hold the power to really give something back. A lot of candidates come into the interview with a scarce mentality and they're all about, is that person going to like me? Am I going to be judged? Do I have enough experience? And in my opinion, these things are slightly self-absorbed. If you really worry about the interviewer's experience, you would shut out this kind of negativity and really focus on delivering that positive experience to your interviewers. And what happens when you give first and always focus on the person first? They will reciprocate by showing you appreciation, either through a job offer or a continual relationship with you, even if you don't get the job now. which will actually still increase your chances of getting the job the next time the position is open. So make sure that building rapport is not just about, laughing together pointlessly, but it's really about empathizing, actively listening, and really building that kind of emotional connection where you're exchanging great energy, and whether you get the job or not, you still left an impact to the person that you spoke with. Now that is super powerful. So these are my tips for you on how to effectively prepare for your job interview without sounding like a robot. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below and let us know if you like this video or not, and also press the thumbs up button. Other than that, I really hope you found value from this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.